Well, here we are. You may ask, what is this channel about? What is the goal here? Well, for me, it's accountability. It's a step in the right direction. I've asked myself many times, how did I get here? How did I get back to where I am today? My journey started off January 2022. I was a little over 400 pounds, and I was tired of feeling sluggish, tired, and ready for a change. And so I made a commitment. I was going to work hard, and I was going to do my best to lose weight. And over the course of the next year and a half or so, through disciplined dieting, paying attention to food portions, not restricting myself completely, but just eating things in moderation, mixed in with some exercise, I was able to lose almost 150 pounds. In doing so, I was able to redefine what I thought was possible for me. I went from someone who sat on the couch and had a hard time even getting up and playing in the backyard with my son, labored breathing with very simple things like going upstairs, to being able to complete a half marathon and running nearly the whole thing. I never dreamed that was even possible for me. But now I've fallen back. I had made excuses at the beginning. There were a few life events that I thought were kind of contributing to me gaining 10, 15, 20 pounds, but I can get back on it. I'm in control. Whenever I want to, I'll start back up. I'll get back to where I was. I was still running consistently. I was still pushing towards goals that I, once again, never dreamed were possible. Things like running a 30-minute 5K, or training to run another half marathon, and eventually thinking about doing a marathon. And so while I was pushing through these physical goals, I was letting my dieting, my food intake slip. And before I know it, 50 pounds back on, 75 pounds back on. At that point, I was like, I got to do something about this. I need to get this weight back off. It's hurting me physically. Running became painful. My knees and my calves just couldn't sustain the additional body weight. And so I knew it was time to do something. But at that point, the excuses for why I had added back onto some weight had turned into shame. Shame is a word that I'm fighting currently. I felt ashamed. I'd had so much pride in what I had done. I had gone from the overweight guy to people saw me as a runner. My son, even all the time, he'll be walking around the house, be like, my watch says it's time to go run 2 miles. And so my identity as the overweight guy had turned into, he's a runner. He's in shape. He takes care of his body. But now I'm back to being overweight. My streak of running 2 miles every day, I've ended that. It just physically was getting to be a toll. But I missed that. I miss being able to just get up any given day and go run for 2 or 3 miles, run 5 miles, go run 10 miles, push myself to my physical limits. So why am I here? I've decided that I need to put the shame to rest. I am the same person that went from 400 pounds to half marathon. I have that in me still. It's not like I got lucky and I'm out of luck now. The shame is only holding me back. If I keep everything in that shame mindset, I'm going to be right back where I was, and I'm not going to have the power to fight it again. But instead of sitting in shame, I've decided to remind myself of the discipline, of the commitment, of the dedication that I am capable of, and the things that I thought were impossible that I've made myself achieve. My goal is to lose 120 pounds before January 1st, 2026, with the ultimate goal of pushing to that marathon that I've always dreamed of doing but never thought was possible. So I want you to follow along with me. I want you to be encouraged. I want you to encourage me. I want to learn from you. I want you to learn from me. I want us to be in this together and see how we can get better, get stronger together.